I began this video on the subject of loyalty in martial arts students. This is not a very complicated subject to deal with if we look at it for what it is. In fact, it's easy to deal with this particular subject of loyalty in the ranks. Being a martial arts student under an instructor uh, is no different than being a member of the military or being a member of a sports team, such as a basketball team, football team, baseball team, hockey, or whatever. It doesn't matter. There is a process that all of the hierarchy or the heads of those organizations uh, have to undergo, and that is the weeding out process. And you instructors know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you're looking at someone who has been in the martial arts for over half his lifetime. Half my lifetime, I've done this. So, I'm a pro. So, throughout my tenure in the martial arts, I have had hundreds and hundreds of students. Now, do I, as of this video, have hundreds and hundreds of students currently in my facility that I teach? No, I do not. You know why? It took a significant amount of my lifetime to find students that were loyal. You don't look for loyal students. You hope that you have loyal students and devoted students. It's just a process of elimination over time. In my case, over years. I've had people come, as many of you have that are instructors, and I've had people go for various reasons. You know, the average person walking into a dojo, kwon, dojang, they're searching for something. Something to fill a need, want, or space in their lives. A void, maybe. Sometimes they're searching amiss and they find that martial arts is not for them, and maybe they thought that that's what they wanted, and they find out at some point in time, early on or in the middle or maybe later on, that this is not for me for various reasons. One reason could be they don't like the physical stress and undertaking the training and so forth. That's just not their makeup. Another reason could be they just simply wanted to try it out for exercise and that, but they don't like other aspects of the martial arts, such as the fighting, sparring, kumite, if you will. They don't like competitions and things like this. They don't like breaking boards and bricks and even the self-defense. They don't even like your personality sometimes. People are always shopping. Martial arts is no different. If you ever go to a grocery store or a shopping mall, you see people looking, picking things up, looking, trying to make a decision, being undecisive, uh, not being certain about anything. And then finally they say, oh, this is what I want. No, not that. This over here is what I want. They treat martial arts the same. And then there are some people who just are a perfect fit for the martial arts, be it a Japanese system style, Okinawan, Chinese, Thai, even maybe an African or an American version, Korean. They're just picking and choosing what fits them, what fits their body type, what fits their personal health condition at the moment, what fits even their gender, male or female. Some females think martial arts is too masculine. They don't want to undergo that. Some think Aikido is better than karate, being more harder, or Taekwondo, or even Jiu-Jitsu. But there's some females, they like rough stuff, contact and so forth. It's just a matter of what you like, what appeals to you. But once that student, that would-be student, signs up and they stay, they're there for the long haul, and they will be with you. And you may have 100 students walk through your door, and at the end of a year, maybe the end of 2 years, you have 25 that stayed, the other 75 gone, for all of their various reasons and their excuses along with that. But if you have a loyal student, as long as you, the instructor, are there, they're not leaving you. But if students do leave because they want to try this other system or this other style, don't get upset. Just understand that this is just simply life, and that's simply how people are. I've had students leave me, not because they didn't like me. It's because sometimes they're lazy, sometimes they don't like the physical exertion, sometimes they don't like certain people in the class. Whatever the reason is, they can go. Don't take it personal, instructors. People are just who they are. But I love and I cherish the ones that stayed. And the ones that left me, or has left you even, don't take it personal. Continue to move on and continue to do what you do. Even if you only have 10 students out of 1,000 that stayed, it is well worth the effort. But all of the rest of them, when they see you at the shopping mall, the gas station, the swimming pool, the bank, grocery store, church, say hi to them. But when they come to you and say, "Hey teacher, how you doing?" That's my teacher. As it relates to me, no, I'm not. I used to be your teacher. If I'm your teacher, I'm your teacher for life. That's my philosophy. If you accept me into your heart and your life, I've done the same with you as well. And we are here. But for those of you who leave just because you couldn't cut the mustard, and you see me in the street, and you say, "Hey teacher, how you doing?" I'll wave, I'll be courteous, I'll be respectful, and even loving and kind to you. But I'm no longer your teacher. And this is equally true, if not more so, to those that I may have kicked out of my school, out of my system, who decided they were not going to be loyal anymore. Can't make a man do anything that he doesn't want to do. I've had just a couple, just a few over the years, who decided that they wanted to study something else somewhere while they were still with me. And every once in a while, they'll send me a message after years of talking to me or seeing me. Never called to check up on me. "How you doing today, sir? Just want to let you know that I was thinking about you," and so forth. They don't do that. But anytime you bump into them at an event, martial arts related, or sometimes just out in public in general, that's my teacher over there. Pump the brakes. I'm not your teacher anymore, brother or sister. I have a problem with moonlighting. You see, there's a code in martial arts. This is what I believe in, how I see it. Be man or woman enough to come to your instructor and say, "Teacher, Shifu, Sensei, Master, Grandmaster, I've noticed this other art or this other system. Do you mind if I study some of that on the side outside of studying with you? Receive my blessings. And I say, no, not at all. Or I will school you or admonish you as to the downside or the cons, if you will, to studying another art while you are presently with a main instructor, unless that was the condition by which you came to me. But if you know what the rules are, if you know what the regulations are in your school system, you the student, and you break those rules and those regulations, and it's no difference than the police department. They have rules and regulations. You can't join one police department and be a member of another police department on the side. They don't look at it the same. Martial arts is no difference. You can't be in the Army and in the Marines at the same time. It's one or the other because they look at it the same. If you are a member of a, let's say, a church organization, and you go into another church organization, it's not the same. If you are a member of a sorority or a fraternity and you're mixing other fraternities and sororities together, they're not going to view it the same. It's just simply called courtesy and respect. Have enough respect and dignity for yourself to at least go to the person in charge and say, this is where my mind is. Be a man and a woman. Don't be deceitful. And that's what I'm talking about today. Those people who try to live a life of deception. Even when you're in a relationship, you're a man and you're in a relationship with a woman. If you're committed to that woman, don't go out and fool with another woman, because it's not fair to the woman that you've committed this to and that to. And the same thing is true, ladies. You don't commit to a man and he's in your life and you know that you are like this, and then you see someone else that appeals to you. Physical attraction, personality, and you're playing the field, so to speak. Is it fair to the one that you're with? Many people have lost their relationships. They've lost their children. They've lost a lot for betraying their partners. You can't straddle the fence. Either you're on this side of the fence or on that side of the fence. Which one is it? So, let me tell you this before I go. I'm just going to use one person, and I won't personify them. It's not important who they are. I had a student before that was training with one instructor, and they had been with me for many years. And in our guidelines, they know the ranking structure. This is how it goes in my system. If you ever opened a school, you would have to have my blessings, and I would have to be involved in that undertaking. You don't go behind my back and start teaching and receiving money from your students and teaching them what I taught you, which is exclusive to me and my system, and then say, I'm instructor so and so, but you've never confronted me. You've never brought it to my attention because you know you're breaking the rules. And then I find out for or from another student or associate that you've started your own thing, and then I find that it's true. And so I tell you, hey, guess what? I understand that you started teaching on your own outside of me, and you're teaching my syllabus to someone else. Today, as I'm speaking to you, is your last day. I don't care how much apologizing you do. It's too late. We have severed those ties. I still love you, but today is your last day. This is what happened to me over the years. And this particular student, every time they cross my path. Every once in a while, they'll come by and I say, "How are you doing today?" And I say, "I'm doing good. I just wanted to come and check on my teacher." Stop. I'm not your teacher any longer. What's in the past is in the past. Whatever rank you held with me remains the same, and that's where you stopped. No possibility of any more growth from me. No possibility of me sharing any more knowledge with you as it relates to my system. And this is one of the main reasons instructors don't teach their students everything they know. Some things we withhold intentionally. Any instructor can teach you how to throw a punch, a kick, an elbow, how to block, how to do certain grappling techniques. Any instructor can do that. But real instructors know much deeper than that if they are real instructors. It's more than just physical, ladies and gentlemen. You see, that's the reason why we don't give it all out early on to some of our students, because we are still trying them out. We are still hoping that we're going to have that loyal student. And one of the truest tests for loyalty is a student remaining with you for long periods of time. That means a lot. Have you ever experienced this? In any respect, even outside of martial arts. Have you ever had someone that betrayed you and went somewhere else because they thought, as the expression goes, they thought that the grass was greener on the other side? Let me try this out. Let me try her out. Let me try him out. Let me try this system out, this particular thing out. That was all I had to say. Loyalty is really important. Now, as it relates to relationships, intimate physical relationships, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, there should be some things that a man in a relationship will never share with the woman, the significant other in his relationship. Externally, when you look at him, he keeps a roof over the head, helps get the bills paid, a good provider. He teaches the children and he teaches you as well. Some things as it relates to his plans for your future collectively, he may not share that with you because he's giving you time. That's not to sound mean at all, but he's giving you time. I think a man who gives all that he has in the very beginning, he's a fool. Even though men do it, and even women do it as well. That was it, and that was all. Loyalty is important. Stay blessed. You have a great weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed again. So long.